land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand.
Come, let us walk hand in hand, because this is our land. We, the people, have a stake in the development of this place we call home. This is our homeland. You may have migrated to greener pastures for work purposes, for other things, opportunities, and so on. But this is home, and we have to work to transform it so that our children and children can benefit, can live better. Because I think my responsibility is to make life easier and better for my children and children. So what I went through, they should not have to go through that. It should be easier. So I remember some years ago, a gentleman said to me, his mother left him a piece of land. What he was able to do was construct a home, a house on that piece of land. And his children and children can live in that home until they get their own. At least they have a home, a place to rest their heads. So he got a piece of land from his parents. He left a house or a home with about 5 rooms, a concrete structure for his children and children. And then you expect them to improve on that and leave something more. In fact, he spoke about money in the bank for his children. I think 2 children. So again, it speaks to continuity, but forward improvement. That is what we must strive for. I want to encourage those on Facebook and YouTube to please share the live. Sharing is caring. When you share, your friends, your colleagues will discover the program. I want to welcome the folks on the radio who are listening to the program. Seldomly, I acknowledge that you're there, and many a times I do so unconsciously. I want to say to you, continue spreading the word that the program can be accessed or heard on Wild 106.3 FM in New York and Vibes 101.3 FM and 106.3 FM here in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. I want to start off as it relates to the meat of this morning's discussion, the meat of the matter, to ask the question, why would a party oppose the minimum wage adjustment? Why would the surrogates of that party and pundits be out there opposing the minimum wage review and adjustment, where workers who are working for very small wages can see an increase in that wage come January the 1st, 2024? So why is the NNP surrogates out there criticizing such a move by the NDC administration, when indeed it will benefit the workers in the Indian store or Syrian store, farm workers or laborers? It will benefit bus drivers, conductors, carpenters, masons, laborers. It would benefit clerical assistants. It will benefit the folks in the media, and we can go on and on and on. Why would the NNP surrogates be out there criticizing such a program? Yes, I know they are known for criticizing sake. They have no solutions, they have no plans, they have no programs, they have no good recommendations or suggestions. They just criticize. But something as good as that, they're out there criticizing. Why would the NNP surrogates and pundits be criticizing the regularization of workers? The government indicated that they would regularize workers. In fact, the NNP, during their campaign, stated that once elected, they will regularize workers within the public service. They will give them security of tenure so that they can go to the bank and go to the credit union, go to the lending institutions and access finance to improve their living standard and condition. So the NDC came into power, and the NDC is living up to the promises that they made to the electorate. Why then does a party and surrogates would go there and criticize such a good initiative? Workers are being regularized in a phased approach, a phased process. So the first 300 who are acting in different positions, they will be made permanent in those positions. The 1,500 or so, I think it's 2,000 something, who are temporary, who are on contract, who in the service because they got a letter, but they're not permanent, they will be appraised, they will be assessed, and they will be made permanent. So if you on the job, you're not performing, you're always late, you're not doing the extra, when they appraise you, when they assess you, and they realize that you have been slacking, you have not been working well, then you know your chances of becoming permanent or getting a permanent position within the public service is very slim, very thin. And then they would go to the Mani trainees and the others who are within the service to assess them, to appraise them, and then regularize those who pass that assessment or appraisal. But why would the NNP surrogates and pundits be out there criticizing such a program? So you criticize the minimum wage adjustment, something that would improve the lives and living standards of the lower income workers workers who are working for very little on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a fortnightly basis, a monthly basis. You then move to criticizing the regularization of public workers. And you continue. The NNP pundits and surrogates continue to criticize the JUMP program, a program that will bring internet to homes without internet and bring a device with that and training. So they get in the internet, they get in a laptop computer, and they will train them to use it. What more do you want? But the NNPs out there criticizing such a program that's meant to improve the access, improve the knowledge, help students who are living in that household access information, access the internet to do their schoolwork. You're criticizing that program. The NNP continues to criticize the WASH program, a program that is bringing fresh or pipe-borne water inside of the house and a bathroom and toilet facility inside of the house, and not no old thing, classy thing, good thing, inside of the house instead of the folks using the latrine pit or the pit toilets. Why would you criticize such a program? I mean, something has to be wrong with the NNP. They have gone from understanding that they were defeated to just being so critical that they forget what they're criticizing. They continue, they did not stop there, you know. They continue to criticize the free tuition policy by the government. The government decided to give all the students at Tamsisi and Nulo the opportunity to access college or Nulo without having the burden to pay $810 per year. So if you're there for 2 years, you have to pay $1,620. If you're there for 3 years, you have to add another $800 with that. So you're looking at a good $2,460. I am saying the NDC decided they would ease up that burden from the parents and the students, because in some instances, the students, they have to pay it and not the parents. All right? They decide to complete college and maybe they were working or maybe they had to go and work and they have to find that money to pay. The government is saying, we will absorb that cost because we have prioritized education and we want you to have a college degree, a college education. The NNP criticizing that. The NNP is also criticizing the spice replanting program. They're out there very critical of the spice replanting program, where the government is replanting spice trees, cinnamon, clove, sapot, pimento, nutmeg, cocoa. We can go on and on. They're replanting those trees. They're investing a significant amount of money to have those spice trees planted throughout the island. The NNP is upset with that, but it should have been the NNP to beat their chest if they had seriously embarked upon a spice replanting campaign 20-something years ago. In fact, let me be accurate, 19 years ago. Because after Hurricane Ivan destroyed most of our spice trees, the NNP refused to replant them. But they're critical today because the NDC decided we will go and replant the spice trees. We may not benefit from it in 5 years, 10 years, but 15 years, 20 years, we will benefit, the country will benefit. That's thinking futuristic. That's thinking down the road. That's thinking about the generation. The NNP did not stop there. They're criticizing the government move to give people a deed, a plan and a deed once they have been occupying government lands for more than 10 years. So the NNP is up in arms. They're angry. Why should you give these people land paper and, plan and deed when they were on government land for 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, 13 years, 14 years, 15 years, sometimes 20-something years? The NNP refuse to regularize them and make sure that they get the land so that they can own something, so that they can pass on something for, the next generation. The NNP vex, So the NNP vex about the minimum wage adjustment that the NDC is now embarking upon. And in fact, come January, that will be reflected in our laws. The NNP vex that the NDC is regularizing workers within the public service so they would have security of tenure. The NNP upset, they vex that the government has started a JUMP program giving internet access, a device and training to households without internet. The NNP vex, they blue, they angry that the NDC started a WASH program giving bringing Indo pipe-borne water and bathroom and toilet facilities to folks who have been using pit latrines and outside latrines and so on. The NNP vex. The NNP is angry. They vex that the government started a free tuition policy, giving the students in TAM-CC and the new law access to education without having to pay $810 every year for tuition. The NNP is angry, they bitter, they blue that the NDC is now replanting spice trees across the island. The NNP is angry, they blue because people who have been on government lands for more than 10 years, they now can get their plan and their deed so that they can pass something on to the next generation. But why? Why should the NNP be so angry, so vexed, so blue that these good things are happening, that these good things are coming to the Grenadian people and the Grenadian people are benefiting from it? Why you should be so blue? Why you should be so angry? But it is a mentality that the NNP has. If you listen carefully to the old cock, he's angry at the fact that ministers of government who didn't have a house can now take a loan in a legitimate financial institution and build a house and pay back that loan. That is how bad-minded, that is how stink it is smelling when a certain individual will go on a platform and attack young men and women who are gainfully employed because the people elected them into government. They became ministers of government. They have a salary and they approach a financial institution for a loan. They got a loan to build a house. And the old cock, that nasty, bad-minded piece of creature, is on a platform, angry, blue, vexed, that they're able to now build a house to rest their heads and also to take care of their family. It is a mentality. In other words, this old cock doesn't want to see anybody else achieve anything. But I remind you, there was a politician from Victoria who ended up in financial difficulties with a lending institution, and his house was up for sale. he approached another politician who boasts of having a lot of money to assist him. That said politician paid off the bank and had that individual in a room sign an agreement saying, when you die, the property will be mine. The politician in difficulty, with the bank, the politician is ripe in age, or was ripe in age. His wife, ripe in age. That politician who decided to assist financially to bail that politician out, still drag that politician in a room to sign an agreement. When you die, the property belongs to me. The minute time the politician died, that said politician put or caused the lady, the wife of that politician who was in difficulty, to go in a home. So the wife is now in a home, an elderly home, You could imagine that? And that politician decided he will put swimming pool, put big wall, and so on and so forth, and go and live in the home or in the house. Yeah. So sometimes you have to understand where the mindset lies with certain people. So that bad-minded, nasty old creature goes on a platform criticizing young people who decided to go to a bank, And mind you, that nasty, wicked piece of thing, not telling the people in the meeting that it's a loan, No. He goes along the line saying, well, the government gave this minister $1 million or $2 million or $1.7 million. Give, Yeah. He nasty, he bad-minded, he wicked, he ain't good. He knows what he's doing, that old piece of thing. But why would you criticize young people who working legitimately? They're not dealing with drugs, right? They're not dealing with ammunitions. They're not dealing with anything phony or nasty. No. Legitimate. So they have a salary. They approach a bank, a legitimate lending institution. You vex. You angry, you upset with that. You on a platform backing like a old little pot-hung dog because you upset that these young people can access a loan to build a home. A loan means that you have to repay, your bad-minded piece of thing. A loan means that you have to repay. You're not getting free money. But that old piece of thing could only fool his supporters, because most of his supporters, they're uneducated, they're illiterate, and they live in extreme poverty, and they see poverty as a normal thing. Because that old bad-minded piece of thing caused them to believe that living in poverty is all okay. That is exactly what it is. And that's a fact. I speak here because it hurts my heart that we have young men and women who trying to make life better for themselves and their family, being attacked by an old cock, a dead piece of thing, a dead weight, a dead old piece of quaily thing, attacking them because they decided to go and get a loan and build a house. You're too damn bad-minded and nasty with yourself. You don't like to see anybody else strive better themselves to improve in life. So this is not by accident. When that old cock, that PP, when you look in front of that old cock, you always wet. That PP, peeing on himself. That old piece of cock. You understand the point? PP can't even feel that he peeing on himself. always wet in front of him. PP. Anytime you see him, call him PP, the P man. He peeing on himself. Too nasty and bad-minded and wicked. But he was born bad. He was born bad from day one. He can't help himself. Anytime you see him, call him PP. But I'm saying to you, this is not by accident. You remember, there was a particular politician who stopped Nazim Book from getting a walk, And that nasty, bad-minded old politician went in the parliament, beating his chest like King Kong, as though he did something good, So you believe that these things are happening in isolation? These attacks and these statements? No. The old cock, PP, anytime you see him, call him PP. All in front of your pants always wet. Huh? You pee a man, you peeing on yourself and you can't even feel your peen. He nasty, he bad-minded, he wicked, he ruthless. He's intentionally wicked. And he does so laughing and giggling and jeering. It's sad. The individual went in the parliament, boast and brag that he was able to stop a Grenadian from getting a walk, to take care of his family, That is how mendacious, that is how evil that individual is. You think he like you? You're joking. He on platform boasting and bragging about how much woman that he with and he deal with and he this and he that. Well, don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Folks, I am saying all of this because we have to understand the individual mindset. And it will take some time for you to so conclude that this individual is evil and he has no good intention for the people of this country. He nasty, he bad-minded, he dirty. And you can start mapping out his bad conduct and behavior, his evils over the many years. So these things are not happening by accident. When he goes on a platform, this old cock, this PP man, he goes on a platform and attack young men and women who working. They're ministers of government. They're collecting a salary. So you don't want them to be able to get a loan and build a house? Build your house, buy your car, improve yourself. Who cares about him? This nasty, bad-minded piece of thing. Improve your lives. Make it better for you and your family. The individual went as far as to criticize, to condemn a piece of road, A piece of road that the Honorable Ron Redhead constructed. Not for himself. Not for himself only, You have James, because I used to live within that vicinity. You have James, you have Margaret and MD, you have a next house, what was recently constructed. You have a liquor shop right there. So, I mean, it is amazing. Amazing. That is how low this individual will stoop, But if you check out, there are 3 individuals who were government ministers in the past, and they were able to build a piece of road going towards their house. What's wrong with that? With other people benefiting? But you see, the individual wants you to remain poor. The individual wants you to be stuck, not having anything. We saw what happened to a number of people who served in a particular government, And they had to go and scrunt and beg and beg and beg and beg, And when they came out of all of this, they had no place to stay. They were renting, they were this, they were that. Yeah. But I am saying all of this to tell you, you need to start mapping the conduct of that individual. So he says certain things and he does certain things. You have to map it out and follow what's going down. The individual doesn't like people? No. Not even a woman who been around for a lot of years. Almost what, 40 years? How many years? I am not a locksmith, you know. I don't change locks on nobody. But 40-something years you've been with a particular individual in holy matrimony. And look at how that particular individual treats his wife. Just think of 49 years. Someone tell me 49 years. Almost 50 years. Look at how that bad-minded, nasty piece of thing treated his wife. Look at it. I am not a locksmith. I don't change locks. I'm no woman and change locks. And nasty, evil, bad-minded piece of thing. PP. When you see him call him PP, all in front of your pants always wet. PP, you old nasty piece of thing. So he's angry, he's upset. Upset that people are benefiting, young people are advancing, young people are building. What's wrong with you, old man? You know, there are some people, they age gracefully, they respect the fact that, you know, they serve already, they did what they had to do in life, they're now contented, they, you know, allowing the younger generation to do things and to thrive and to blossom and bloom. But you have this old piece of thing, this old man, this old PP, all in front of him wet. Huh? You're peeing and you don't even know. What's wrong with you? You're attacking these young people. Attacking these young people on a stage because they decide to go in a legitimate financial institution. In an authentic, genuine financial institution. And they qualify for a loan. What do you think? What do you think that is? Huh? What do you think? They did not go and put a gun in the heads of the people in the bank and say, give me this and give me that. They have to repay the loan. It's a loan. But your supporters, the people who are around you, they're so poor mentally and physically. Look at some of them. Some of them I wonder, you know. I watch some of these people, watch me. You don't want to see where they're sleeping. You don't want to see where the nails dirty. Huh? Look at the nails. Their hair, they're not even properly groomed. They're dressing japa and all. The woman with the wig up on the western side, same kind of thing. Old wig every time you say old brown old wig. Huh? Go and let the old cock give you a dye to dye it up. They're thinking poor. They you know, they're unemployed. They're not looking for work. They don't want work because they depend on government and they beggy. They want. They don't want to work. And the whole family, everybody, they're in this cycle of poverty. That is why they're criticizing the WASH program, you know. They vex. They vex at the government giving people indoor bathroom facility, right? And running water, you know. Because they want to continue to mess in the pit latrine. They want to continue to mess in the pit latrine, to use the pit latrine, because they believe that's normal and that's all okay. What's wrong with all you? All you so damn foolish. Stop it. Stop it. You have no internet. The majority of them have no internet and they can't even use it. You're getting internet. You're getting a device and they're training you to use it. You vex, you're angry. What's wrong with all you? Sometimes I say to myself, what would it take to cause these people to come to their senses? Huh? Bring them down by the river and duck them in the bushery and get the sweet broom and beat the dotishness out of them. What's wrong with you all? Huh? Or you could smoke the broom and put them over it, let all the bad spirit come out inside of them. It's amazing. It's amazing. But I'm saying all of this to you so you can understand what is taking place. The reason why this old cock is on a platform criticizing the young people who are making headways, who are improving their lives, living standard and condition, is because he ain't like people. He ain't want you to advance. He ain't want you to build. He ain't want you to be nasty. He ain't good. He bad-minded. He dirty. You should be happy for young people who are thriving, who are doing things that are right, who are building, who are advancing, gum. Why are you not happy for them? Why? Because you have no child that you make with your sperm? Because you're not able to produce? You barren piece of thing? You infertile embryo? What's wrong with you? Huh? What's wrong with you? I did not cause you to have one stone. I didn't cause that on you. You having one stone, that's your business. You can balance. We have two eyes, the nose, two, nostrils, the holes there, the heart, two sides, the lungs, two sides, the, hands, feet. And I didn't cause that to you. So why you hate young people so? What's wrong with you? Huh? Why you hate them so? They're not begging you. They don't come to you and beg and scrunt. They never did that. They're working. They're advancing, building. What's wrong with this nasty piece of man, boy? Huh? And he goes on a platform doing these things to these young people, but it's not in isolation. I told you there was a particular individual, particular politician, who prevented Nazim Bok from getting a walk, And the guy went in the parliament and beating his chest like King Kong. Happy, The man was basking in joy and happiness over stopping a man from getting a walk. Huh? How evil can a person be? How evil can you be? But it's enviousness, jealousy, grudge. He ain't want to see you improve. He ain't want to see you better. He ain't want to see you at a better place. No. But I say this. We have to understand that the generation that we are dealing with, they are more astute. They are more intelligent. They are more on top of things than the last generation and the one before that. You can't fool these young people. You can't trick these young people. Opportunities are coming to them. So when your pundits and surrogates, and some of them cannot even string two sentences together, they dunce like behind school back. They're out there on your behalf criticizing the JUMP program, where internet is provided for homes without, and a device is given and training is provided for them to use that device. They're criticizing it. Your surrogates and your pundits, the zygotes and sycophants and goons that speak on your behalf, they're criticizing the WASH program, where pipe-borne water is going inside of the house and where the family no longer have to use the pit latrine or the, what do you call it, the latrine pit or whatever, right? It will have indoor bathroom and toilet facility. Your surrogates, your pundits, your goons, your zygotes, your sycophants, they represent you, and they're criticizing the free tuition policy, where parents are so happy they don't have to find that $810 to send their children to go to TAMCC. Your surrogates, goons, zygotes, sycophants, and pundits, they're criticizing the spice replanting program, a program that will cause the next generation to benefit significantly from our spices. You're criticizing it. People who own government land for more than 10 years, they get in deed and plan now, you vex. How are you so nasty with all yourself? The government now reviewing the minimum wage to improve increase the salaries of these people. You vex, you're angry. Workers are being regularized so that they can have security of tenure, go to the bank and so on to get a loan. You vex. What's wrong with all you? Huh? What's wrong with all you? What's wrong with you and your troublemaking team? Huh? Troublemakers, obstructionists, disruptors. What's wrong with you all? You don't want good for Grenada? You don't want good for people? How are you so bad-minded and nasty? Huh? Why are you like that? Why are you like that? I didn't used to give you food to go and bring for your father, and you're taking all the meat in it, You're bad long, you're nasty long. You ain't good long. I never work in the shipping agency, and Topping and all of them had to beg and plead when a certain individual thief money and run to the United States, I did not work in the shipping agency. I didn't do that. I was not there. In fact, I was not even around at that time. So I did not work on the port in the shipping agency and so on and so on. You understand the point? I didn't go on and thief any money in the shipping agency and run, and then you had to beg, and you pay back piece, you old cat. You see, boy, we have to start to assess some people here. Because they come across and they playing as though they're nasty and good. They don't like people. That individual don't like people. He don't want you to thrive. He don't want you to advance. He don't want you to build. He want to see you poor. Look at the supporters of these people. Look at the support. Watch me. If you have a team, boy, watch. Let me start to talk to all you. If you have a group of people or people following you, and the people who following you, they have nothing. They poor, they illiterate, they unemployed, they scrunty, they making a whole pile of children. They don't know how they go mind them. But you have $91 million. You have a lot of millions. You boast, you brag, your money. Huh? But how these people still stuck in that kind of situation and they're following you? If they're following you, they're supposed to be somewhere. They're supposed to be advanced and, making headways and improving their lives. And so you don't care about them then. You're leaving them behind. What? Boy, watch. But how people dumb so by, and you have some people that follow it. I look attentively at a particular public meeting. And I know all of them, I know all of them. And I see some of these people and I'm in the meeting. Go and watch where they're living. Go and look and see where they're living. Huh? The children don't have breakfast this morning. Go and look. The children can't even go to school. You look at the school uniform and so on, it's dirty. They're smelling of smoke and so on. I'm telling you, behind them, some of them, women and them and men who following these people, and them, their heels crack up. You have to scrub it and you still can't get to the bottom of it. Their toenails, their fingernails, they're smelling bad. Some of them, I'm telling you, how is that, good for you? You're following these people. They have everything. They have it. How much million? 91 million. What you have? I remember there was an old man. There was some guy talking shit in his. He said, come here. And he gave him one pap. And the boy come to his senses. He start to shake up. Come to his senses. Go on and put some sense in your damn head. Huh? What's wrong with you? There are some people, they don't like people. If you're following somebody and the person at 91 million and how much million and $1 million, and you ain't nothing, you're still following them, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Huh? But I'm saying all of this to say to you, it will take some time to put sense in some of all your head and brain and cocoge. Something ain't right with all you. Look at what's going down. You have this old PP man. Huh? You must watch him, All in front of him, wet. Peeing. You don't even know if he peeing on himself. The PP man, going on stage all about the place and condemn young people. Condemn young people who making headways, who improving their lives, who take a legitimate loan. Huh? Then get free money. A legitimate loan, that they have to repay. You think they have to repay the financial institution? Just feel like getting a bucket of cold water and just dash it in their face so they come to their senses. Come to all your senses. They have to repay it. They ain't get no free money. And the reason why they got it is because they qualify for it. Something has to be wrong with our people. But mind you, that's historical and endemic, Yeah. That they in a lot of people's system, Yep. They in a lot of people's system. You want some friends, or you good from school days all the way up. The minute time you start to make headways, the minute time you buy like a car, you get a nice little work, so you buy like a car, you buy a piece of land, You build like a bathroom and toilet, a little veranda, a little house. You know, you're married, you have your children, you're taking care of them. Then they start to just bad mind you, bad talk you, and keep you cold. They cold. And you have to achieve all of that. They just start to achieve one or two or three of that. And they start, changing, and everything start changing. And you say, but what do them? What really I do them? We always good, we okay. But that is the mindset of some of these people. Don't fool yourself, That's the mindset of some. Watch. I was telling two of my friends, Basti, I'm glad for you, boy. I glad you move from where you were to a better work and you are a senior, but I'm glad for you. I was telling my partner, Max, yeah, Jamari, Stagoli, he pull it, Max. I say, boy, Max, I'm glad for you, boy. You understand the point? Joel Greenage, I say, boy, I'm glad for you. I'm happy for you. All the people around me, my partners, and them, once they get something, boy, I'm glad for them. I want good for you. I want you to be in a better position. Yeah? Why should I be angry? You get... And there are other young men around me, and women, and so I say, I'm happy, I'm glad, I'm happy. I'm happy for you. You're making headways, you're improving your lives, you're bettering yourself. Why should I be angry? You get a loan, you build a house. Boy, I'm glad for you, boy. I'm happy for you. Why should I be angry? What's wrong with our people? Huh? What's wrong with you? You're making these bad-minded, nasty old politicians and them who've been there for donkey years. Huh? They achieve a whole pile of things. You causing them to make you believe if your friend or your colleagues, your neighbor, whoever gets something improve in life, they should hate them. You should be bitter. You should be angry. Huh? What's wrong with all you? Well, no self-happy for my people, That is why I'm championing this cause, I want good for you. I want good for your family. I want good for your friends. That's what I want. If me and you linemen, we hanging with, and you're making headways and you're improving it, boy, I'm happy. No self-happy. But them NNP believe. They believe, well, boy, if you're improving, if you're better in your life, and that is a bad thing. You're not going to get a damn broom and sweep them this morning. Watch me. Let me move on. Folks, I want to say to you, I will be in New York on Saturday, the 2nd of December. That's Saturday coming, Saturday coming, I'll be in New York at the Nutmeg House, 1215 Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. We still have some tickets available for that event. And it's really $40 US is really a contribution towards the event, right? It's like a donation towards the event. It's not anything to profiteer from 40 US, No, it's not that. So I'm just a guest at that event, and I will be there on the 2nd, that Saturday coming. I'll be in New York. All right? So again, I want to encourage you, if you have not yet gone online and purchased the ticket, the flyer is on my Facebook page, right? And the link, if you follow the page, you will see a link for tickets. Once you click that link, then you go straight and purchase the ticket to be there. All right. It will be nice. Local foods and, like a drink, and we have a nice time. All right. We'll have a nice time there. So remember, it's Saturday coming, Saturday 2nd. So I'm coming to New York on Saturday itself. So I will be in New York on Saturday. So I'll be there just for some hours. So I'm coming on Saturday and I'm leaving on Sunday. All right. Coming in on Saturday, I leave on Sunday. Just like that. All right. I'll be back in New York sometime in the future. But at the end of the day, that's so important to let you know. I hope to meet great many of you out there. Even if it's some hours, I hope to meet you and interact and so on with you while in New York. Don't forget the February 9th event. Cheers to 50 years, the ultimate cocktail reception and entertainment at Radisson Hotel Crown Ballroom. The tickets are almost gone. We have some still in the teens, right? It might be even less than that, but still have one or two. So if you want for $350, you can buy a couple of that and come to the event. It's elegantly formal event. So it's a formal event. You can't come there with a short pants or some jeans pants and short. Even if you pay, you will be denied access to the event. So again, and I try to repeat that from time to time, even if you purchase a ticket and you come to the event with a jeans pants and a short, you will be refused access into the event. And I don't care who you are. You know how it does operate. All right? If you come with a short pants and a short, you will be refused access to the event, and you're not going to get back the money. All right? And you could bawl and cry and scream until thy kingdom come. That's your business. Just ask the security to remove you from the compound. Excuse. So again, I'm saying, excuse me. I'm saying to you, it's a formal event, an elegantly formal event. All right? Your nice dress, your nice hats, flowers, whatever, 3-piece suit, your blazer and short and soft pants, and, nice. Your tie, your whatever. Nice it up. It's an elegantly formal event. Okay? So just letting you know that. And it's at the Hotel Crown Ballroom. It starts at 7 and we're going on until 12. I told you we have a good lineup for entertainment, a mix of genre, I want to give you a different feel at the event. That is why we're having Donnell Best from Boston, right? Donnell Best out of Boston. Well, he's Grenadian, but out of Boston. He will be performing there with the violin. So he will be performing there, and you'll be performing quite a bit, 45 minutes with the violin, and you'll be performing some songs of his. So I can look forward to you enjoying that. And then we have Lyndon Langdon. He has a saxophone now, so it's a really good mix. So you have violin, you have the sax. So he will be performing with the sax. All right. So I look forward to him performing there too. With the sax by, yes. You'll be performing with the sax, and I can tell you, the vibes go nice, huh? Then Marcus Smith, he's with the pan. I have not, I do not have a video of him playing the pan, but he's good. So young man, it's really good. So you'll be playing the pan, right? Tenor pan, and he'll be performing there. And then you have Solid the Band. Well, everybody knows Solid the Band. They're the biggest on Island. They will be performing for 2 hours. So Donald Best, 45 minutes. Lyndon Langdon, 45 minutes. Marcos, 15 minutes or less. And then you have 2 DJs. Selector Beast. Well, everybody knows Selector Beast is international. All right, regional international. Karam, DJ Karam. So they will be performing for 30 seconds. Sorry, not 30 minutes, not 30 seconds. 30 minutes. 30 minutes in the first instance, and 30 minutes thereafter. So at different intervals. So 1 hour, they will be, performing for or playing for. They're hired for 1 hour, right? So 30 minutes, and then Solid the Band will perform for 2 hours. 2 hours, all the different genre of music and so on. They will do that. You have some stand-up poetry, right? Poems, spoken word poems. Tessa Ann Alexander from Canada. Well, she's Grenadian, but she will be performing there too. And you have 3 others, so it's about 4 of them. So look, this thing will be nice, right? It will be really, really, really wonderful. It's sides because it's cocktail. You're not going to get no heavy food when you come there. In fact, I hope your belly will be full when you come by me. So when you come there just to drink and party and have a wonderful time the night. But there will be sides. about 8 sides or so on that little saucer that you would have, and plenty drinks. You will have a lot of drinks because most people will come there with their belly full. People don't eat much in the night, right? Come there with their belly full because I'll be having something at my place here during the day from 10 to 5. Oil down, free oil down. 10 pots of oil down. It's free. You come, you eat, and you drink. But the drinks, you have to buy the drinks here at my place. But at Radisson, the drinks are free, right? The drinks is a part of the package. The wine, the Rivas, the Jacayan, the El Dorado, the Clascoat rum, the Wester Hall rum, the how much number this, number that, the wine, the Carib, the Stag, the Guinness, the malt, the thing, all these things. They're all part of the package. All right. So you're gonna enjoy yourself. You got a nice time. You got a nice time down there. The tickets are almost gone. Trust me on that one. Almost gone. So the folks in New York, I'm coming up. Remember, I'm coming up on Saturday, the 2nd of December, and I'm leaving on the Sunday. So if you have to get your tickets and so on, you have to come to the event, or you have to holler at me before, right? Because I'll carry up the tickets for you. I'm carrying up the tickets, so you can get your tickets and so on there. And I know who you are. The folks who reached out to me and so on. And if I ain't call you, please holler at me, call me up and thing, and we take it from there. All right. So I want to give you the tickets and so on. It's at the Nutmeg House, 1215, Nutmeg House, Flatbush Avenue. That's 1215 Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. It's not hard to find. Everybody knows where that is. Please come out and be a part of that. And I look forward to seeing you there. Take it, okay. Bye for now. I have to wrap it up. Bye for now. Bye for now. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll be back with you tonight, starting from 8